Hello, and welcome to Shelley Has Opinions, the hit podcast where the Chatfield girls try and guess their shy sister Shelley's opinions on a variety of topics. My name is Holly Chatfield Flanagan, and with me is
Shelley Chatfield Allison.
And finally we have
Julie Chatfield Miller.
It's just us today, girls.
What are we gonna do?
Oh, I was in an earthquake. That's why my voice was sounding like that.
Me too. I was also in an earthquake.
I'm not.
It's a very weird localized earthquake.
Shelley, the reason that you weren't in an earthquake was because you're queen of the earth after going camping this weekend.
Yep, I am essentially an earth goddess.
This was your son and your doggy's first time camping. Will you regale us with some tales?
I will regale you with some tales. We went camping at a beautiful campsite near a lake, near a bay of the Salt Lake. And it's actually a freshwater part, which is, I don't know how that works. But we were meeting up with some friends who are moving from Colorado to Washington. And this was our kind of last time to see them easily, for a while. And they brought their doggy too, which I didn't know was coming. And Maura gets so jealous.
Yes.
So we had to keep the two doggies apart the whole time. And it was so sad because Gigi, a sweet golden retriever, she got to be a little nearer to the people and Maura had to be further away and she pouted a lot. But other than that, we had a little, one of those leashes that ties around a tree so she could kind of explore and sniff around. She loved that. But then she was not sure about sleeping in a tent. She's like, I don't know about this. But she did kind of find her corner. And even if I was tossing and turning, she would always come back to me and sleep at my feet. And Jet, he was loving kind of exploring around. He was having a great time cooking hot dogs for 1 minute over the fire, and then he was done. And he doesn't like s'mores, so he just ate Hershey chocolate bars.
Over the fire?
No, just eating them.
That's Uncle Corbin's favorite way to do s'mores too.
He was really upset we wouldn't let him put out the fire immediately when we were done cooking.
Because he was scared of it?
No, because he's like, I just want to see what happens if I dump this or this or this, on the fire.
And he's holding a jug of olive oil, a huge thing of gasoline.
That'll put it out.
And he's pulling out of his Mary Poppins bag, just all of these increasingly flammable things. Just see what happens.
But we wouldn't let him because we were using the fire for warmth, it turns out. But yeah, so we had a good time. But near the end, both the dog and the boy were this has been too much outdoors. Jet was finally Mom, can we please go home? I'm done with the outdoors. And then we went and just peeked at the lake for a minute and then went home.
Peeked from behind a bush,
No, Jet, we made Jet get out of the car, but he sat down 1 foot away from the parking lot with a book. And Rick and I just went and popped our toes in the water and we're okay. then we got back in the car and had to go buy. We had to stop on our way home at a CVS and get itch cream because Jet's sweet legs were delicious to bugs. And he has some of the biggest bug bites I have ever seen. His legs are covered. And I feel terrible for him. I should get a picture of Jet's legs because it's huge welt almost looking things with even bigger red circles around them.
Poor thing.
Serves you all right. I hope you learned your lesson about being outside.
No, we're probably going to go camping again in a couple weeks.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do in a couple weeks is listen back to this episode and say, wow, good episode. But first we got to do
it. Great. Let's do it.
Shelley, this week's topic in the year of the submission is from Shelley Gang member Alicia Cutts. She is always great with the topics. Her topics are always amazing, and this one is no different. Would you like to know what it is?
I'm very curious.
This week's topic is makeup tutorials.
Oh.
Shelley, I know that you are often worried that you won't know what I mean when I say a topic. Will you please tell the Shelley Gang, what is a makeup tutorial?
I'm gonna say I think this is geared toward the ones that you find online, YouTube or other places. That's like a little video that shows you how to do either like a full makeup look or like a crazy makeup look, or like one thing like today is this specific kind of eyeshadow or whatever. I think, and it teaches you and shows you and tries to sell you stuff, probably.
I'm glad that you mentioned that all, Shelley, because it just occurred to me as I was saying the words to you, makeup tutorial, that Julie may not be talking about YouTube videos exclusively like I have planned. So Julie, just when you are doing your pro makeup tutorial points, are you going to be talking about mostly YouTube videos?
That's what I had in mind. But now what am I thinking about? Who knows?
Well, you're going to be doing the pro reasons why Shelley should like makeup tutorials. I'm going to be doing the anti reasons why she shouldn't. And we don't have a sister expert this week. So Shelley, you may want to look up to see if there's expert tutorials on YouTube that you can watch.
I'll just be watching makeup tutorials the whole time you guys are talking and be my own expert.
Well, Julie, you should most defo do your best job ever.
I'll sure try. Now that you guys mention other kinds of makeup tutorials, the only one that comes to my mind is the little eyeshadow map that comes on the back of some eyeshadow palettes. Uh-huh. I loved those because I love being told how to put my makeup on. And that is what a makeup tutorial does. Shelley, I have not worn makeup in many, many weeks. There's a pandemic going on, and who am I trying to impress? My family? But I do love watching other people put on makeup who are very talented at it because I love the theater of it. I love seeing people use their creative side, use their talent. There are so many different kinds of makeup tutorials in the internet land. For a long time, I was into those like Korean makeup tutorials. You know what I'm talking about? These girls would show their face makeup free, and they looked like just a regular Korean person, and great. And then they would start putting on makeup, and they would it was intense. They would do like, you know, put the little things on their face that would like stick on, and then they would stretch it back to like change the shape of their face. By the end of the makeup tutorial, they look like a completely different person. For some reason, I'm really into that.
So you like the transformation.
I do. For another long time, I was into drag makeup tutorials.
That is fun, I'll admit.
It is so fun. I just love that, like, the theater of it. When I was in theater, doing the makeup was one of my favorite parts of the production.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Did you not like that?
I never got to do anything interesting. So
that's not true. You played Maleficent.
And I had like 3 colors of eyeshadow, and that was it. Like, I never got to do anything that made me look like, you know, an animal or
an old person. The 2 roles I exclusively played in high school was animals and old people.
The only old person I was a dwarf. And then they were like, "Oh, we're not going to make you guys look old. You'll just be
cute."
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get for being short and therefore playing a bunch of children.
I actually only played a child once.
Not true, Shelley. You played a child in a choir.
Oh, yep.
And then you also played in the Witches one.
Oh, that's right. And I was Helen Keller.
Uh-huh.
I guess I was a child a few times. Whoopsie. Children and dwarves all around for me.
And you know what? There aren't a whole lot of children makeup tutorials where you're just piling on.
Just rosy cheeks.
Yeah. All you need is them rosy cheeks. But I got to do fun stuff. Like, I got to be the March Hare in Alice in Wonderland. I got to be a 3 Little Pig. I got to do some cool stuff. And I was I had a reputation for being like really good at makeup, so I would like help my friends do their makeup.
I feel like I'm learning something new about you.
That's so
I
crazy.
don't think I knew this. So do you only like an extreme makeup tutorial? If it's just like, here's how to do a smoky eye, are you like, boring?
I lean more toward the more extreme ones, but you know, if there is a look that I want to achieve, then I will go and find a makeup tutorial for it. I feel like I'm not very good at doing regular makeup.
So you enjoy and are best at extreme transformation looks.
It's true. One of my favorite Halloween costumes to do is zombie. You know what? It's just really easy to look like a zombie. It's easier to look like a zombie than it is to look like a beauty queen.
I literally was just looking at an old, like a few years old picture of me as a crazy beauty queen. I like wore my old prom dress and wore like a little tiara and like had very crazy makeup. And you know what? That was hard to do to make it look adequately crazy, but like it was formerly beauty makeup that got crazy. So you're right.
And Holly, you should have recorded that and put it up on the internet as a tutorial. I would have watched it.
There were probably tears involved, and so that would have been cute.
It helped complete the look, though. So
yes, mascara stains. Oh, that really does bring together a look.
Mm-hmm. Can I say something about mascara?
Yes.
It's not about makeup tutorials, so please forgive me. When I had my very first kiss, it was at the mouth of our driveway after I had gone to New York for a school trip and I'd missed my boyfriend so much. And then he came to my house and it was nighttime and he was wearing like a white shirt, like a Hanes white shirt. And he was quite a bit taller than me. And so I was crying because I missed him so much. And like his shirt just had so much mascara stains on it. And then I kissed him like with crazy mascara streaks down, like so romantic, obviously. And then I found out years later that he kept that shirt and didn't wash it because he like loved the memory of it so much.
Wow.
And I was like, mascara stains, this is the one time ever that mascara stains were like a good thing or like a memorable thing instead of like a crazy person thing.
That's really good. Shelley, do you have any good makeup mascara related stories?
I don't wear like lower mascara ever.
Because you don't need to because you have perfect eyelashes.
Thank you.
Those of us with invisible eyelashes really need to learn from you.
But I do cry every time I cut onions, and I have done the runny eyeshadow just from like onion tears. Like that is how much onions make me cry.
Cool. So Shelley, if you ever want to be a crazy beauty queen for Halloween, just put on lots of mascara, then cut some onions.
I mean, yes. That would
I have a dress and a tiara you could borrow.
So my next point, I mean, really, what was my previous point? We're just talking about. I love the theater of the makeup tutorial. My next point is what I was trying to write is stay up with the times, as in like stay up with what is trendy in makeup right now.
Okay.
But what came out was stay up with the teens, which also same thing, right? The teens, they're setting the trends. So you can stay trendy. You can stay up with what's hot right now. And I am all about trends. I just want to be as trendy as possible. Like our mother was sending us pictures from when we were little and looking at my outfits from back in the day. I was like, not trendy enough. I'm not nearly embarrassed enough as I should be of what I'm wearing.
Like it was too neutral.
It was so neutral. I can't repeat the mistakes of my past. Whereas mom sent us a picture of her when she was a youngster and wearing red flare out jean bell bottoms.
Yeah, and you read her for filth.
I read her for filth? What do you mean?
Someone said something about flare pants, flare.
That was Carly.
Oh, Carly, our sister.
But, I mean, she wasn't wrong. They looked so trendy. Even though I have not worn makeup in a long time, when I come back into the world for my grand debut, I'm going to look so trendy, but who knows when that's going to be. So I've got to stay up on my makeup tutorials so I can stay up with the teens and the times.
So are you saying, is this an announcement that you will be doing a different extreme makeup look every day after this, just so you can, always be, if there's ever a picture 10 years from now, you'll be like, I can't believe I did that.
I live for that. Yeah, everybody listening, if you have any good trendy makeup tutorials you know of, send them my way. I'm not on social media, so I don't know how you're going to do that.
Send them to the Shelley Has Opinions Twitter or Facebook, and then I'll make sure she sees them.
Send them Holly's way, and then she'll send them my way.
What you should do is just recreate a different drag look every day, from different drag queens.
Yeah, Julie, forget your 4 children. Spend hours and hours doing drag makeup every day.
Yes.
You would not believe how many hours of drag makeup I've watched.
Yeah, but watching and doing 2 totally different things. But I'll get into it later.
So, Shelley, online there are a million makeup tutorials, and you can learn to do any kind of style you want. You can learn to do anything you want. This point was fed to me by my husband because he has been really into DIY stuff lately, and he's learned it all from YouTube. For instance, yesterday he tore out the wall in our tub and is putting in new wall and new tile there.
Oh, wow.
Shelley, if Corbin can get the confidence to do DIY shower from YouTube videos, you can get the confidence to do your best smoky eye from YouTube.
I feel like if I could download skill from YouTube, then maybe I could do a smoky eye.
Like Matrix style?
Plug yourself in? Is that what you mean?
I mean, like, if I watch a video, I don't then have the skills to do that. I have the knowledge, but not the skills.
Shall we save this for later? We must talk about it, but later.
Okay. Because, like, Corbin is a very capable man. He's a jack of all trades. But
he's a doctor.
He's a doctor. And so he could watch a video and he can turn knowledge into power.
Everybody write that down.
Especially Corbin in your journal.
So, Shelley, but you know what? Don't be scared. Don't be scared that you won't be able to turn your knowledge into power. Just try it. Maybe it'll take a little practice, but you could do it. Practice makes perfect. And if you have all the YouTube video makeup tutorials at your fingertips, they can be there to encourage you and help you along.
So you're saying that if I do like the wildest eyeliner you've ever seen, I should also then just be like, this is a stepping stone and I can be proud of it and go to the grocery store like that and have that be the only part of my face showing is my crazy eyeliner.
Shelley, also, like, makeup remover exists. So
I am too lazy to do a makeup look and then not just have that be my makeup for the day.
And then not just be.
Can I say something about that, Julie, about it being the only thing that you can see? So my signature makeup move has always been a bold lip. Mm-hmm. I love a bold lip. But you know what? With wearing masks responsibly in public, a bold lip means nothing. And I have a trend that I have loved, but I've never done because it would clash with my bold lip. And that, my friend, is a neon eyeliner.
Are you living your best life with neon
Not
eyeliner?
Yet, but this conversation is leading me towards potentially leading my best life.
Maybe I should learn from you too, and then just start wearing makeup again because I love it.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not happening every day. It's not even happening once a week. But when it happens, it looks great.
It happens. But also, I guess I have like a new house and 4 children, so maybe I should just give myself a break.
For real. During a pandemic, I read a thing that was like, anything that you're feeling bad about not doing, just add to the end of the sentence during a pandemic, and then you'll feel better. Like, oh, I didn't get the laundry folded during a pandemic. Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
Wow, I will do that. I bet Holly learned that from a makeup tutorial.
No, I think I learned it from Twitter. I think Ashley Black or something. Now I'm going to look it up. Anyway, because I screenshotted it. It was like, this is so helpful and useful.
I made a mistake, guys. I saved a point for last that I meant to mix in the middle to kind of take the edge off. But here it goes.
Here's the sharp edge.
Watch out. Corbin alerted me to makeup tutorials that have been happening recently where it's like a makeup tutorial, but also embedded in the middle is like, here's a little truth knowledge bomb for you.
That was featured on an episode recently of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
I was just, I didn't know what to call it. So I was like, the Last Week Tonight of makeup tutorials. So perfect. So if you want to get up on your world knowledge and broaden your horizons, boom, makeup tutorial. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Or if you want to trick your really vapid friends into learning something, be like, you should totally watch this makeup tutorial. And then they get the truth bomb and then they come out and be like, remember how I was talking before like this? Not anymore. I talk in this more worldly smart voice.
It sounds actually slightly haunted.
Well, you know what? Truths about the world can be quite devastating and haunting.
That's true.
That's why I wanted to mix it in the middle, but whoops. So all in all, Shelley, makeup tutorials are just really fun to watch, whether or not you use them. They're so fun to watch, and also they give you knowledge, and you can transform that knowledge into power if you're a Corbin Miller. Thank you. The end.
Julie, that was so great. I just want to keep talking about makeup tutorials with you, but now I've got to talk about them with myself.
Am I involved in this conversation at all, or can I go?
I mean, just listen. You don't have to talk.
In fact, I think Holly would prefer if you don't.
I mean, that's my whole life. I'd prefer if everyone just listens. But, you know. Shelley, I have 5 reasons why you should be anti-makeup tutorials. And Alicia Cutts, who suggested this topic, is one of my dearest friends. And I think she's pro. And so, Alicia, forgive me for what I'm about to say. But it's true. It comes from my heart. Shelley, the first reason why you shouldn't like makeup tutorials is I never have the right ingredients. My makeup bag is a got for free from Bath and Body Works bag that Mom gave me, and I've never changed it. It is a bag that is not mammoth-sized, nor is it mouse-sized. I'd say it's about Bengal tiger-sized in the world of makeup bags.
Oh. Is it animal print?
No, it's like red and kind of see-through-y. It's pretty cool. So I don't have a small amount of makeup in the grand scheme of things. But what I don't have is a large amount of makeup. And anytime I have watched a makeup tutorial, which is a very few times, it is saying, you need to have this. And I'm like, I don't have that. And then they're like, but if you don't have this, you can use that. And I go, I don't have that either. And I never have the right thing. And it's so frustrating and annoying because then it just makes me feel bad. And like Julie mentioned, or maybe you, Shelley, I can't remember who said that maybe they're trying to sell you stuff during the video.
I think you said that.
I actually am the one who said it in my definition.
In the hot potato of someone saying that, it landed at Shelley. And I think maybe you're right, Shelley. I had not considered that previously, but then when I say this point, I'm like, yeah, maybe they are trying to sell me this gold lame eyeliner liquid pot.
Ooh, I want it now. Sold. You got
me. So yeah, Shelley, you shouldn't like them because they are trying to get you to use things you don't have, and then they're trying to make you be a consumer, a mass consumer. And guess what? I have someone personally in my life who I judge a lot for buying a lot of makeup, not because I don't think one should own a lot of makeup, but because she grouses about it a lot. And I'm tired of hearing about it.
Like, she's like, oh, I have to go buy another lip kit? Or
No,
like,
it's like, oh my gosh, my significant other is giving me a hard time for buying another $75 eyeshadow palette, but I just need it. Look at this color. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you've got to stop. If she was like, oh my gosh, my significant other is telling me that I shouldn't spend $75 on a life-saving vaccination for small children, but I just need it. Look at their faces. Then I'd feel a lot better. But if she was just buying like a $6 mascara tube, then I probably wouldn't have such feelings. But the point of this is to say, Shelley, I never have the right thing. Deal with it. Okay, Shelley, my next reason why you shouldn't like makeup tutorials is my face is a different shape than your face. Shelley, have you ever watched a makeup tutorial and the person starts with a fresh face with no makeup and you go, wow, that's a beautiful individual. They don't even need makeup. And then when they have makeup on, you're like, wow, my eyes are burning with your beauty.
I have seen that happen, yes.
Well, here's the thing, is that there are just some face shapes that really just speak to my cones and rods. And and that doesn't necessarily mean that that everybody's cones and rods respond the same way to the same face shape. But what it also means is that my face shape does not excite my brain in the same way. So if I were to follow, let's say, since Julie brought up drag queens, a makeup tutorial done by Monique Hart, the drag queen, her face shape is really different from mine. And so if I were to follow everything that she said, my face would look different than her face, the finished product. And that is disheartening because I want my face to look like her. However, there is one drag makeup tutorial who will look the same on every single face, and that is Trixie Mattel.
Yes.
But that is like one of the calling cards of her style. She says, you can do Trixie on any face. And she's right. So great on her. And she's made a lot of money from that. But my point is, even if I do it perfectly, it's not going to look like the person that's doing it because I don't have an identical twin.
You don't?
Even though on Facebook, I just uploaded a selfie of myself and it tried to tag it as Shelley. So, yeah, I was shocked, but also pleased because I think Shelley's real pretty. So the point of this is to say, I just don't look like those people and I never will.
But then you just need to you need to watch more tutorials and do like contouring to like just change the shape of your face.
Just like a Korean girl.
I'm beautiful the way I am, but also I look amazing in contouring. Let's not kid ourselves. I've done it. It looks great. Shelley, the next reason why you should be anti-makeup tutorials is because it's Dramatown, USA. Shelley, I know that you are a denizen of the internet and you have seen all of the drama and scandal between all of the makeup artists who make makeup tutorials on YouTube.
I don't know if I've seen them all. I feel like that would mean I'd be spending a lot of my time just living my life on makeup internet.
Well, have you heard of the name James Charles? Maybe yes. Tati Westbrook? Maybe yes. Jeffree Star? Yes. They're always having drama between each other and with the world at large. And I think, number one, that's fun. Drama is real fun. But also, too, it has hurt their business. They do not get as many views on YouTube, except for their videos about the drama. They don't get as many, like, CoverGirl, what is it that you signed? Contracts. They don't get as many CoverGirl contracts. They don't do the things that they want to do because they're getting it in their own way. And so mostly this point is like makeup tutorial makers get in their own way, and I don't approve of that. But mostly I just wanted to say Dramatown, USA, because that's fun.
Save the drama for your mama, makeup people, not the internet.
Or you can save the drama for my mama. She used to wear flare pants.
And that is Dramatown, USA.
Yes. Okay, so Shelley, I have 2 more reasons why you should be anti-makeup tutorials. My second to last reason is people say/do weird things off the cuff while they do makeup on video just to be different. There are a lot of makeup tutorials that are on the internet, Shelley. Do you want to know why? Because now everyone has a camera in their hands and pockets and hearts.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
And YouTube, anybody can make a YouTube channel and anybody can put on makeup. So here's the thing. People try and stand out. How do they stand out? I'll tell you. One is there was for a while a trend. Julie mentioned trends. This is not exactly that, but there was a trend of using unusual makeup applicators to put on your makeup during your videos. I saw one that's like a tampon. People were using tampons. Like different foods. Shelley, do you remember this trend?
I do, yes. And I think on the show Glow Up, they did an unusual one with food or something.
And that's a Netflix makeup competitive reality show, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So people are using odd things, or like sometimes there's like makeup tutorials where it's like, this is the high-end makeup, and then this is the like drugstore makeup, and like what works better, and what, like if you like this high-end one, what can you buy at the drugstore? So that's not uncommon, right? But then there's also ones that are like, don't have any makeup? No problem. Just use the blood of your enemies or whatever. Finally, ultimately, the point that originally I was thinking of, Shelley, when people are just sitting around doing makeup, like I said, sometimes it takes a long time. And dependent on how good of a video editor someone is, and usually people aren't unless they're professional, they say some whack stuff while they're putting on makeup because they're just like talking. And I just feel really bad for people because not everybody is able to speak extemporaneously. And because of that, they say things maybe that don't represent them in an accurate way.
You mean they're just saying anything and everything that comes to mind just to fill the time and space?
Because talking by yourself in a room is hard.
Yeah, and because makeup isn't like food where like you're like, okay, I'm going to put this, and this, and this, and it's pretty simple. And then near the end, you like are like, and here's the finished product that we made 15 minutes ago or whatever. Like makeup, you can't be like, and so this is how you do it. And then here's the finished face of makeup that I did 18 hours ago. Like you kind of just have to do it. And because of that, people will like just say whatever to fill the space. And sometimes people get in trouble for that. But mostly what people do is just look real silly and dumb. And I'm sorry for them.
Yeah, I don't love like a secondhand like cringe, like, oh, I'm so embarrassed for that person.
And Shelley, I bet that happens to you a lot because you cringe about a lot of stuff for yourself. And I think that transfers, right?
Yes. Yes. There's been a couple, there's interactions that I overhear other people say or do. And I'm just like, I'm so embarrassed that that person just said that thing, because if I said that thing, I would be embarrassed. And I am very easily embarrassed. So yeah, if I was watching a makeup tutorial in like real time and they didn't edit and they were just like talking, yeah, there'd probably be a few times where I'd be like, I can't watch this anymore because I think I could die of embarrassment.
Even though there's like nobody around you, they're not saying, hey, Shelley, how am I doing?
Yeah, no, I can't even, I've never been able to successfully watch The Office because of that kind of cringy thing. That feeling is not enjoyable leisure to me.
That's very sweet, Shelley. You have a very good heart.
No, I need to get tough. I need to put a camera in my heart to toughen it up in there.
Shelley, I have one more reason why you should be anti-makeup tutorials, and that is results may vary. Shelley, you mentioned it before. No matter how many makeup tutorials you watch, you may not be able to transfer those skills to yourself. And I'm not talking about like, oh, my face looks different than their face, and therefore like the shape is different, and therefore I'm saying like your fingers may literally not ever be able to make as fine of a cat eye eyeliner as they do. Shelley, do you know who has a cat eye that I love?
Who?
Trixie Mattel.
No, yes, but yes. No. Kat Dennings of television and movie fame. And she, while she has been quarantining, has been sometimes on Instagram making just like little videos of herself putting on makeup. And she's one of those people who like looks gorgeous, insanely beautiful without makeup. And so she just puts on like a little dab of this and a little dot of that, and she looks great. But watching the quickness with which she puts on eyeliner and it looks fantastic is incredible. And I think maybe part of that has to do with the fact that it's like part of her everyday look. And so, you know, she just gets those reps in.
Right. She's got years of experience.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like even if I got those reps in, I wouldn't be able to do it like that. And, you know, that's not to say that I'm not good at makeup. For instance, I mentioned that I wear a bold lip. And you know what? The people love how I put on lipstick. I get comments on it a lot, not just on like the lip colors, but like, wow, that's a very sharp edge, or like, wow, you're very good at it, or wow, you do that so fast. And so it's not to say that I'm wholly incapable. What I'm saying is I just don't think that I could do everything that I see in a makeup tutorial. Okay, so I'm not denigrating myself. I'm denigrating parts of myself. I can accept that. So, Shelley, I'm not going to say that your results may vary because I don't know, but I'll just speak from my own experience. You shouldn't like makeup tutorials because they might make you feel bad. They might make me feel bad because I can't do the things that they need me to do. And you know what? No one in that video is saying, hey, you dummy, if you can't do this, you're dumb. But they don't need to say it because I do.
But they also don't have like an exercise video where it's like, if you can't do this move, try this one from the person to the side. They don't have that in a makeup tutorial, I think. I don't know.
A modified
if you can't do this sharp cut crease, try this easier move instead.
That's hilarious. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my own makeup tutorial. Like, if you can't do this, try this.
Julie, I would watch your makeup tutorials. I would love to look at your
I'll
face.
do a zombie one.
Okay.
If you can't do this zombie bruise, here, try this easier one with no blood involved.
I love it. That's great. I love it.
Ruby could be your like, if you can't do this one, do this instead, and you could just do it on Ruby's sweet face.
If I involved Ruby, she would be the one doing the makeup. She would take all the instruments out of my hands. We actually did makeup for our special time yesterday.
She's so great.
And how old is she again, Julie?
She is 6 years old, and she is a little fashionista.
So that's all the points that I have, Shelley. And now, since we don't have a sister expert, now is the time we've all been waiting for, the opinion of the MVP of this podcast, the most VIN number podcaster. Shelley, do you want to tell us the VIN number of your Subaru?
Nope. I couldn't even if I wanted to.
What a spoil sport.
Shelley, what do you think about makeup tutorials?
I guess I don't know how to approach this one from the side. Like, I feel like I have to do this one head on.
Shelley, you consistently say things like that, and no one is trying to force you how to do this any which way. It's your deal.
I guess I just have like a certain style, but this one I feel like I'm going to have to do it head on because I don't have a lot of experience watching makeup tutorials. And here is why. It's because I'm afraid of them. Trendy is not me. I am not trendy. I have never been trendy, even as a teen. Like, I did like mascara most days and maybe a little blush. Like, I was never trendy makeup when trendy was something that mattered to people. And I'm now in my mid-30s and I'm not trendy at all. I essentially, like, if I could just have like a blueprint and like every day just like do the same exact makeup. That's probably what I would do.
So does that mean a neutral lip?
No, I guess now, yes, because most days I'll put on makeup and then just do chapstick because who cares about my bold lip?
I do.
Well, but if I'm wearing a mask, if I'm going to go run errands.
You don't want that bold lip to end up on the inside of your mask.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, I'm so afraid of like looking clownish or like try hard or like crazy that I do a very mostly neutral face. And I feel like if I watched videos, I'd be like, I'm the only one in the world who's doing plain makeup. Everyone else in the world is doing this makeup because every makeup tutorial tells me so. and like, if I don't know how to do something, and I want to, maybe, but again, I cannot download that skill to my brain. I have tried eyeliner so many times over the years. I just can't do it. And I just can't deal with having crazy eyeliner on my face, and I'm too lazy, like I said, to then take it off. Because if it goes on my eye, that's it. It's there for the whole day, and then I have to be embarrassed that it looks like your 4-year-old put it on, because that's about as smooth as it gets for me for eyeliner.
Shelley, can I just say that thought process is wild to me. Like, I put it on, I hate it. I'm going to think about it all day, and yet I'm too lazy to take it off.
Yeah. I mean, if it's something like a lip, like if I put on a lip color and I don't like it, that one's easy to take off. But eyeliner, I just can't. I just can't do it. And I do, I get Holly's that you're like, you don't have the right ingredients, because I'm not going to go out and buy, an $80 lip kit or eyeshadow palette or whatever. But I do like to buy makeup. So I actually just bought myself like a set of little drawers for my bathroom for my makeup to get sorted in. And the one with my lipsticks is full, and that's my summer colors. Oh. I have my winter colors separate in a different place. And I never wear all of them. I think I've never worn some of them.
Can I say that to me, this is excess, and I do not approve.
Lip color is where I kind of get sort of creative. But like all of my eyeshadows are different shades of neutrals. And they're all slightly golds or browns.
I don't even do an eyeshadow. That is scandal, because when I started wearing makeup, I wore silver eyeshadow and got teased.
By whom?
People who were teenagers and now are adults and probably wouldn't tease me about it, but kids can be cruel.
Yeah, so it's and like the drama, like Holly said, and the awkwardness, like, and for me, all the fancy, like super extreme makeup changes, I'm just like, why? That's not your fun. Face. That's why spend the time?
It's for the theater.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something like that, like on the newest season of Glow Up, the makeup show I have watched on Netflix, they do like theater makeup and other things. I'm like, that's fine. If you need to look like Zazu, go ahead.
Can I ask something? And this is a question that I know it has no bearing, but I just want to know. If every morning someone came and did your face, like you had to do fully nothing, and it was a professional person, so they were guaranteed to do a good job, would you do a more dramatic look, do you think?
Day to day? No.
Really?
Really. I think like dress up occasions, because if I want to dress up, I want my makeup to look nicer, and I just can't. I just don't have the skill set. So if I could hire a person to do like nicer makeup, then yes. But every day, if someone like, if I had a makeup person come every day, yeah, I'd probably just do the same thing every day, just like normal.
Oh my gosh. If I had a makeup person come and a hair person come every day, if I were like Kim Kardashian West and just had people, I would go so insane every day. And if someone said something to me about it, I'd say, eat it, because
they'd be like, that's excess and I do not approve.
No, the makeup and hair people would have the exact right amount of stuff. They wouldn't have any more or any less. In a world of infinite possibilities, I would use every single possibility.
I'm right there with you. If I had a makeup artist, I'd be like, okay, today I'm going to be the March Hare. Make it happen.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I don't know if I'd go fantasy.
Today I want to be Mustapha for cats. Make it happen.
See, I would just take my money from my professional makeup account and I would spend it on a driver, 100%. I would rather have someone drive me around every day than to have someone do my makeup every day and look great.
I want intricate updos and I want 12 shades of eyeshadow every day.
If someone could come curl my hair for me every day, I would accept that.
Curled hair and a neutral lip. Thanks.
Curl or straighten.
You're
my
like,
hair.
How much do I owe you? They're like, I don't know, $12, I guess. I don't know.
They're like, I don't know, this CoverGirl makeup is really not what I'm used to using. I'm like, well, that's what you got to use.
They're like, no, I have all this fancy stuff. And you're like, no. No,
please use my CoverGirl, my Rimmel, my Maybelline, because I have only, each thing of makeup is a different brand, but all from Target.
Yes.
Shelley, this is majestic.
I feel like I just bore my soul in a weird way.
You like outed yourself somehow.
Everyone has just found out more about me than I meant to, like meant to reveal.
Oh, well, Shelley, thank you for sharing your opinion on makeup tutorials with us. And thanks again to Alicia Cutts for joining us in the year of the submission. And now we are moving on to our segment, 5 Girls Corner. 5 Girls Corner. And in this segment, 5 Girls Corner, we 5 Chatfield girls feel really connected to groups of 5 in pop culture. And today we are going to be talking about a group of 5 from the television show Seinfeld.
Yes.
There is the Fab Four who were on all the magazine covers and who ultimately all went to jail together.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah, in the show.
Oh. I was like, man, I feel like I would have known about this.
So we have Jerry Seinfeld. He in the show and in real life is a stand-up comedian, and he has some friends, 3 to be exact. 1 is across the hallway neighbor, Cosmo Kramer. He is a silly man with big dreams and big hair. Next, we have George Costanza. He is a guy who's trying his best, but his best isn't very good, and God bless him. And then we also have Elaine Bennis. She is a woman on the go, a career woman who really hits with the men. And we like her. She's funny, the best in the world. Julia Louis-Dreyfus. But you say, that's 4 people, Holly, and I say, there's one more. And that one more is Newman, Cosmo Kramer's friend and Jerry Seinfeld's enemy, and played by a great actor who is funny. I wish I knew his name. Now I feel really bad. We have to figure out in this segment, of those 5 Seinfeld characters, which Chatfield girl correlates with which character? Is anyone feeling strong feelings one way or the other?
I should have pondered this.
I gave you warning. I texted you guys this morning.
I know.
And I didn't.
Yet.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I feel like I get George.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Okay, please explain, because I am bowled over.
I feel like he doesn't always have big dreams. Sometimes like his big dreams are thrust upon him. And like you said, his skill set isn't always there, but like he always kind of is able to do things, but not great. And I feel like, yeah, I get that.
Shelley, I feel like George's motivation is almost always like spite or anger. And so you saying you feel George is like shocking to me.
That's just Shelley's like inner wishes. She wishes that she could be motivated by those things.
Okay, Shelley, if you want to be George Costanza,
I mean, that was like off the cuff, but I'm not married to the idea.
Just do it, Shelley.
If someone else feels like they want to be George, I'm okay.
I'm writing it down. So it shall be written, so it shall be done. Okay, so Shelley's George. Julie, I know who I think I want you to be.
Ooh,
but I don't want you to feel any sort of way about it. So if it comes across in a way that you do not prefer, just tell me. I want you to be Cosmo Kramer.
I accept with a warm heart. He's the best character. He's so funny and crazy.
And he's always got big plans.
He does. Very weird plans.
He's always scheming.
And you know what? He goes through a lot of stuff still with a positive attitude.
That's true.
And Julie loves a good cigar.
Oh, love it. Got one right now.
We're laughing because it's not true, Shelley Gang. So we have 1, George. We have 2, Kramer. Okay, I would like to pitch for me, who I truly think that I am, and this is why he slid under the radar. I've got to be Newman. That's all I ever wanted to be.
That means you and me are best friends.
Yeah, and I'm friends with Julie, so that helps. And we haven't decided a Jerry yet, but it could be Carly or Kelly. And you know what? They could be my enemy. But you know what? What I love about Newman is that he has his finger in every pie. Newman knows everybody. Like, if they need to get something done, he's like, I know a guy. The guys that he knows are all wild and crazy and maybe sketchy, but definitely dangerous. And I like that.
And if any of us was going to not deliver the mail, it would be you.
What?
Remember there was that like the episode where he's like hoarding the mail and not delivering it?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with me?
I'm just saying, I would feel so guilty.
Like a mail hoarder.
Yeah. I would feel so guilty about not delivering the mail. I'd never be able to pull it off. But if you were like, no, I'm not going to do it. Like, when you put your foot down, you stick with it.
Oh, yes. Okay. I thought you were making some really egregious claims about my character and personality.
No, I'm saying, like, if I was like, I won't deliver the mail, I wouldn't last very long before I go, I feel too horrible about this. I must go deliver the mail.
I've got to deliver this mail.
Oh, and you're right. I would be like, no, I said no, and I'm not doing it. So you're right. Okay. So now we have 2 more characters, Elaine and Jerry. Does anyone have feelings?
Well, if we're going just on curly hair in the 90s, Kelly would be a great Elaine.
See, to me, Kelly's a Jerry.
I have to go Holly's way. I think Kelly's a Jerry and Carly's an Elaine.
Because Elaine, she's kind of loose cannon. And Carly, you never know what she's going to say. And you know what? That's kind of fun sometimes. But what I think Carly and Elaine have in common the most is because Elaine was the only female lead character, we got to see a lot of her dating. And she has some iconic boyfriends. And I think Carly has dated more than any of us, like just in pure numbers.
I mean, she has a new last name every episode.
And Julie, you tried it. You tried to match Carly's numbers for a brief amount of time.
I was just taken out of the game too soon. I could have been a contender.
But also, Elaine is a very capable businesswoman. She worked at a publishing house. That's my view. And I think Kelly definitely is a Jerry because Kelly is the most level-headed of all of us in the sense that she really can see the forest for the trees. And I, myself, am just seeing trees all the time. And they're dangerous and sketchy. And I like that.
Plus, Kelly has such a thriving stand-up.
And her sneakers, like impeccable. Her cereal collection, delicious.
Her blazers, excellent.
Her hair, kind of puffy, but kind of not.
And, you know, she is the only one of us who owns a poofy pirate shirt, so.
And for that, we thank her.
And if she really did have one, she could pull it off.
That's
true.
true. I don't know if Jerry does, though. Let's be honest.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
This has been our segment, 5 Girls Corner.
5 Girls Corner.
Shelley Gang, thank you so much for joining us for this magical, majestic, Mistopheles episode. If you would like to join the Year of the Submission, just like Alicia Cutts did, you should send us your topic ideas to hear what Shelley has an opinion about, or maybe doesn't. Tell us through ShelleyHasOpinions.com. That's SHELLEY, hasopinions.com. There you can find all of our social medias with which you can contact us. You can listen to our old episodes. This is episode 150, guys. Can you believe?
What?
Wow.
Oh my goodness. I should have eaten 150 cupcakes to celebrate.
Oh my gosh. Shelley, you have to eat them all.
Oh, no.
Don't mess up your makeup.
Oh, man.
Especially because they're onion cupcakes.
Oh, well, then I'm really doomed because I cried today for 5 minutes after cutting an onion for dinner.
Because of the emotional trauma.
Yeah, I felt really bad for it.
Yeah, so contact us through that website or any of our social medias. You can also find all of the things you need to know about us on podacongo.com. That is the website for the Podacongo network of family-friendly podcasts with which we associate ourselves. I did a cool hand flourish that no one will see while I said that cool thing that I just said about Podacongo. I'll tell you what, today on Twitter, our Twitter account was interacting with Cubones and Catacombs, the Pokemon RPG podcast, one of them that we have on our network. And you know what? They are delightful folk. Julie, you gasped. Does that mean you like them also?
My 8-year-old has been binging Cubones and Catacombs. So Shelley'sOpinions.com, podacongo.com, and finally, Google.com is the website. I just needed a third website, and that was the only one that I could think of. So visit those 3 websites to find us. I guess you can find us on Google.com. You just have to work a little bit harder. But just a little.
Yeah, just not a lot, okay? Shelley Gang, just deal with it, okay? Just suck it up and do the work. It's not that much. Shelley, use your George Costanza anger to really read the riot act to the Shelley Gang.
I have to dig a little deeper. I need more time. Next week I'll come in hot.
Okay. And with that, thank you, and I love you, and goodbye.
Come on, Jerry. Hello, Jerry.
See you next week. Hello, I love you. I said hello instead of goodbye.
Gosh dang it, Shelley. Where are you?
I just don't get it, Cubone. We've been searching through this cave for hours now, and we still haven't found anything.
Cubone? Cubone!
What's that, Cubone? You found something? What is it?
Cubone.
It's a podcast?
That's right, we have a brand new podcast out there just for you. Cubones and Catacombs is a 5e D&D TTRPG podcast set in the Pokemon region of Kanto. It's filled with a rich story, lots of laughs, original musical compositions, and best of all, it's fun for all ages.
What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, you know, it's like no swearing and no inappropriate content, things like that.
Ah, yes, of course.
Come join in the fun. Cubones and Catacombs, check it out now wherever podcasts are found.
So, like, inside caves?
Well, no, like iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, things like that.
Stitcher? Isn't that someone who fixes clothes? Because let me tell you, I could use a Stitcher right now. This cloak of mine has seen better days, and a couple patches wouldn't hurt. Although maybe it's beyond repair, and I should just get a new one. Cubone, do you like brown?